Yo, what's good? It's Jed here. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why LinkedIn is the best acquisition channel if you want to launch and scale a high ticket offer to 10 plus K per month in 6 to 12 months. So if you're actually looking to launch and scale a high ticket offer, this video is perfect for you because I'm going to break down everything that you need to know about why LinkedIn is the best acquisition channel for your high ticket offer, how to leverage it, and how to actually navigate through the different kind of elements, we'll call them, on LinkedIn to maximize the potential of your high ticket offer. So there are a few key things I want to break down in this video. It's a really quick, less than 10-minute video, and I want to show you everything that we can produce for your high ticket offer on LinkedIn in 6 to 12 months. So let's jump straight in. Okay, cool. Let's jump straight in. So in this video, as I mentioned in the really quick intro, I want to break down exactly why LinkedIn is the best acquisition channel for actually launching and scaling a B2B high ticket offer in 2025. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I possibly can, but I'm going to also put as much value in here as I possibly can. So if you are a B2B founder and you want to scale your high ticket offer, or you want to launch it and you want to scale it via a quote unquote free acquisition channel, okay, that involves really no upfront costs or any costs at all, then this video is perfect for you. Okay, so there are a few things that I want to actually break down in this video and some key concepts and some key points. Okay, so firstly is a LinkedIn advantage, quality over quantity, the psychology behind LinkedIn's educated buyers, advanced prospecting on LinkedIn, content strategy, positioning yourself as an expert on LinkedIn, the LinkedIn plus YouTube multiplier effect, scaling high ticket sales on LinkedIn, the high ticket sales advantage on LinkedIn, advanced strategies for B2B founders, and an implementation roadmap. We've also got kind of why this approach actually works better than other platforms. And then finally, a really quick conclusion on everything that we've kind of mentioned and gone over in this video. So let's just dive straight in here. So firstly, we've got the LinkedIn advantage, quality over quantity. So LinkedIn fundamentally operates on a different paradigm than, your traditional social media platforms. For instance, like Instagram and TikTok users are entertainment seeking doom scrollers, which is basically the blunt way to put people that don't really care or don't want to buy what you're selling. Okay. Whereas like LinkedIn users arrive with business intent. Okay. They are actively seeking solutions, partnerships, opportunities that can actually impact their bottom line. Okay, that's all they care about is that bottom line and actually being able to scale and get tangible results from, let's say, your high ticket offer or the offers that are around them. Okay, so look at this. The numbers don't lie. So 50% of LinkedIn's user base consists of C-suite executives, founders, and decision makers. Okay, so these are the three core groups of people that you actually want to be targeting, right? There is no other platform that I can think of, right, other than maybe YouTube, if you really want to scale a high ticket offer, that's going to be as consistent as LinkedIn, right? If you have a user base of around 50% of the user base that is within the group of individuals that you want to be targeting because they're the only people that can make the decision on what you sell, then why not jump on this platform, right? So listen, I mean, these aren't college students scrolling through dance videos. These are genuine individuals, genuine business owners with purchasing power, budget authority, and the genuine urgent need for high value solutions to the problems that they are dealing with day in, day out. Okay, so that's a really simple outline of why LinkedIn is just a simple advantage above all of the other social media platforms. Okay, so let's just dive into the psychology of educated buyers on LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn users represent a really sophisticated buyer persona that traditional social media platforms simply cannot match. As I mentioned, you are not going to find another platform other than maybe like, that's not really a platform, but if you ran ads or on YouTube, that where the 50% or around 50% of the user base is going to be a target group for you. Okay, so all of these people are professionals, right? They think in ROI terms, they have established budgets, they understand the value of premium services and consulting, they make decisions based on their expertise, not based on emotion, right? And they seek long-term partnerships rather than one-time transactions that are non-tangible and just completely irrelevant. Okay, so this entire psychological framework makes LinkedIn the perfect environment for high ticket offers. So whether your high ticket offer is ranging from 5 all the way up to 50 plus K, that's, it's simply there because your audience already understands the correlation between investment and the result. Okay, there's nothing in between that's making them overthink it, right? They understand that if they put this investment in and they see the ROI, or they see the potential of the ROI, then the results are going to be worth it. That ROI is going to be significant and they're going to take action. Okay, so that's a really simple outline of why the psychology of LinkedIn buyers is completely different to any other platform. Okay, now a bit on advanced prospecting. So this is a really, really key point or part of LinkedIn. So this is kind of beyond the basic paradigm of outreach. So the real power of LinkedIn actually lies in its sophisticated targeting capabilities when combining the right tools. If you don't have the right tools, it is not going to work. So I'm going to break down the tools that you need to actually be able to target the right people, sophisticatedly. So firstly is Sales Navigator Mastery. So you need like a Boolean search functionality, which basically allows you to identify prospects with surgical precision. So if you're targeting consultants that have consultancy companies that have 5 employees, and the owner has been there for, they've been running it for 5-10 years, right? You can do this with this Boolean search functionality with surgical precision, which is exactly what you need, because if you can get that ICP locked in, you can then charge premium rates for your high ticket offer. Okay. You've also got lead filters within Sales Navigator, so that they actually help you target specific revenue ranges, company sizes, growth stages, as I mentioned before. Then we've got real-time insights. So they actually show you when like a prospect's job or changes jobs, whether they get promoted or they announce like funding rounds, which is super important because that's going to allow for super targeted outreach, which is then going to resonate with the prospect. Okay, we've got Apify, which is spelled wrong, so excuse that. And then we've also got automation tools, right? So we got contact enrichment, so that provides email addresses and phone numbers for warm outreach, which is really good if you've got inbound leads. Behavioral tracking, which actually shows you when your prospects view your profile or engage with your content. And then we've got sequence automation, which actually maintains consistent touch points without manual effort. So if you can keep consistent touch points with prospects, there's your close rate or your potential of actually closing them skyrockets by I think it's 65%. Then we've got the compounding effect. So when you actually combine LinkedIn's native targeting with third-party tools, you create like a prospecting machine, we'll call it, that can identify, qualify, and initiate contact with your ideal clients at scale. So obviously it depends on how you want to do it. The best way to do it is you use a tool like Prosp.ai and Sales Navigator, build a list of 100 to 200 of your laser focused surgical ICP, and then run outbound voice message campaigns via Prosp.ai. Or if you are going for the reaching out to your client or your prospects at scale, what you want to do is again use Prosp.ai and just scrape a list on Sales Navigator of 500 to 1,000 and then run that every single week. So content strategy and positioning yourself as an expert. Now, again, this is super important, just like the one above, because if you position yourself as an expert, you're going to get so many inbound leads as well as you doing your outbound campaigns and whatnot, that it's going to be almost it is so important to actually position yourself as an expert. That's basically it. Okay, so LinkedIn's algorithm rewards expertise and thought leadership, right? Whereas other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, the algorithm rewards anybody. Any video can go viral, any post, anything has the potential to go viral, whereas LinkedIn actually rewards specific groups of individuals that have expertise and thought leadership, right? Making it the ideal platform for establishing an authority within your niche. Obviously, if you are targeting an ICP that is mainly on LinkedIn and you can become an authority within that industry, you've won. Simple. Okay, so if you can create educational content that actually converts, right? So whether that's showcasing case studies, demonstrating industry insights, contrarian takes, so that that position you as a thought leader, and then behind the scenes content that actually builds trust and authenticity. Okay, now something else that I want to add in here: if you actually want to go ahead and scale on LinkedIn rapidly and really scale your high ticket offer within 6 to 12 weeks, what you want to do is watch my last video on how I'm booking 100+ meetings every single month through one simple LinkedIn strategy that anybody can copy. Even if you're starting out, it's such a simple strategy to take and actually implement and use in your own way to grow and scale your offer within 6 to 12 weeks. Okay. And then finally, here we got the authority feedback loop. So as you consistently share valuable content, it's got to be valuable, right? So watch my last post or my last video on that. LinkedIn's algorithm amplifies your reach to other professionals within your industry. Now, this creates a compound effect where your expertise attracts higher quality prospects who are already pre-sold on your capabilities. So if you can bring in some inbound leads that are, super, super high quality and are actually already pre-sold on what you can do and your capabilities within your industry, right? You have won, right? That's all you need. Once you can get to a position where you're getting 3+ inbound leads every single day, your business and your whole LinkedIn runs on autopilot. It's insane. Okay. And then moving on to the LinkedIn plus YouTube multiplier effect. So this is real magic. So the real magic here happens when you combine LinkedIn's professional network with YouTube's search and discovery capabilities. So cross-platform synergy. So LinkedIn drives professional credibility while YouTube provides educational depth. And then you've got YouTube content, which actually becomes LinkedIn's native posts when repurposed and used as clips and whatnot. And then you've got LinkedIn's connections become YouTube subscribers. Okay, so what I actually do is I will create lead magnet posts on LinkedIn, and I will funnel all of the leads that I get from those lead magnet posts through to my YouTube, because there's a general consensus that once someone consumes within your ICP 7 hours of your content, they are more likely to book a call or just generally just buy what you're selling. Okay, so that's my strategy. That's my LinkedIn funnel, is lead magnet straight to YouTube, straight to booked call, and then convert. Okay. So finally, we've got YouTube authority that actually translates to LinkedIn's influence. So as your video content demonstrates expertise, you're more likely to book calls, as I mentioned, funnel them through to your YouTube, get them watching your content consistently, and then you can obviously grow and scale that way. Again, the compounding authority effect here. When prospects actually discover you on LinkedIn and see you have a substantial YouTube presence, it creates a multiplier effect on your perceived expertise. You're not just another consultant. You're actually an authority who's building a media presence around your knowledge and actually showing what you can do and the problems that you can solve. Here we've got scaling high ticket sales on LinkedIn. So I won't run through all of this. Pause this, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. But we've got phase 1, which is foundation building. So optimizing your profile, building your network, etc. Phase 2 is authority development, establishing thought leadership, developing your own unique framework within LinkedIn. Phase 3 is scaling and actually systemization. So we implement advanced prospecting and then build strategic partnerships with complementary service providers, etc. Again, jumping in here to the high ticket advantage, why LinkedIn beats everything else. I won't break down all of this here just to save some time, but we've got qualified lead quality. So higher intent prospects, shorter sales cycles, higher close rates, better client retention. You have that competitive advantage. So it's less saturated. There are higher barriers to entry, relationship-based selling, and network effects. Okay. And then the more interesting stuff here, the advanced strategies for B2B founders that actually want to scale on LinkedIn. So the CEO to CEO approach. So position yourself as a peer rather than a vendor by sharing founder struggles, discovering or discussing industry trends, offering insights, building genuine relationships, and then the consultant to executive pipeline. So create a systematic approach to moving prospects from awareness to actually purchase. Again, this is where that LinkedIn to YouTube funnel will convert insanely well. So firstly, create some valuable content that solves real problems, not problems that you think they might have. Do some research, some problems that you are consistently see within the consulting market or within your target market, and then create valuable content based on that: lead magnets, YouTube videos, thought leadership content, etc., etc. Strategic engagement on prospect posts and content. So endorse them, comment on their post, like their post, follow them, connect them, whatever it may be. Just have some strategic engagement towards your prospects. have personalized outreach. So as above, use Sales Navigator to boost and kind of amplify your personalized outreach. It needs to reference specific business challenges as above if they're, gone for a funding round, or, they changed jobs or done this or hired somebody, right? That's really valuable. Value first conversations that focus on outcomes rather than features, right? So put value straight away, first bang, straight in your messaging, so people actually see you as somebody that wants to help rather than somebody that just wants to get a sale or another client, okay? And the natural progression, kind of just to discussing how you could help them achieve those outcomes. So like, if you're talking about how you can help them run better ads, John, I mean, we did this for X client, we got them X ROI or X ROAS. Would that sound like something worth, is that something worth chatting about? So natural progression within the conversations, and then a quick implementation roadmap. Again, I'm not going to run through all of this. Pause it, screenshot it, implement it, do what you have to do. Week 1 and 2, so as soon as you get set up on LinkedIn, profile and strategy setup. Month 1, content and connection building. Month 2 and 3, outreach and optimization. Month 4 to 6, you want to scale and systemize, okay, and automate repetitive tasks, etc., etc. And actually, that's when you should start to establish yourself as a thought leader and start bringing in anywhere from 3 to 5 plus inbound leads every single day. And then here we got, second to last, the ROI reality and why this approach actually works better than everything else. So there are a few mathematics on LinkedIn's high ticket sales, and they're pretty compelling, right? So you've got traditional advertising, right, which on average, if you want to have a solid campaign and get a good ROI or good ROAS, it's going to cost you 100 to 500 per qualified lead, right? Whereas the LinkedIn organic approach, you can generate qualified leads from anywhere from what I've seen to $10 to $50 in time investment. I mean, we cut a business's CPL. They were running ads. We cut a company's CPL from $150 to $20, which is an 80% cut or decrease in their CPL, right? Rather than marketing on Facebook and whatnot. So you've also got high conversion rates due to relationship-based selling. Relationship-based selling is going to boost your conversion rates because you've got a genuine connection with that person. And again, as I mentioned, you're not just trying to garner another client, another sale. You want to help them. Their best interests are your best interests. Their goals are your best interests. You want to help them scale, right? Rather than just getting another client, getting some more money in your pocket, okay? You've got larger deal sizes. There is no other platform other than, again, whether you run ads, I suppose, and you do it correctly, or YouTube that has larger deal sizes because you're selling to decision makers with real budgets. You're not just posting on TikTok to people like, who are 17 in college and just, go home, lie on their bed and scroll on TikTok mindlessly, right? You're actually targeting your content and you're reaching people that actually have the ability to make the decision on whether they can put that investment into that. 1, it's going to save you time, and 2, it's going to bring you higher and larger deal sizes. Finally, here we've got better client lifetime value, right? As LinkedIn source clients tend to be more committed. Obviously, the more that somebody is willing to pay for your service, the more likely they are going to be committed. If you're charging somebody $500, right, per month for something, they're going to be asking you questions all the time. They're going to be pestering you all the time. Whereas if you charge somebody $5K per month, they are more likely to just get on with it, commit to it, and actually go along with the journey and respect everything that you're doing and wait until they get those tangible results. They're not going to be needy. They're not going to be picky. They're just going to wait and get those results because they know that it's actually worth it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made the investment, okay? The conclusion here, right? So we've gone through this video pretty quickly, I think, but I want to just reiterate everything I said and why LinkedIn is just an unfair advantage in today's market in 2025. Okay, so LinkedIn represents the single greatest opportunity for B2B founders to build a high-ticket sales engine that compounds over time, right? It's not a one-and-done thing. It's compounding consistently over and over and over. There's no limit to where you can get to. I've spoken to people that are getting 50 inbound leads from LinkedIn every single day. I've spoken to people that are getting just 3. But if you can get 3 inbound leads a day and you can close 1 a day at 5K, that is what a week. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40K every single week if you close 1 a day. Obviously a bit of a shot in the dark there, but obviously you understand where I'm coming from in terms of the results which you can actually get from LinkedIn. It's just insane. Okay. Whereas unlike paid advertising that stops working when you stop paying, or social media that requires constant content creation for fleeting attention, right? LinkedIn allows you to build your network of professionals, of professional relationships that actually appreciate in value over time. So you could literally post something on LinkedIn 5 months, right now, and 5 months later, so in 5 months time, it could gain more traction, blow up, and you could get 11 booked calls from it, right? LinkedIn's algorithm works in so many different ways, and it changes all the time. Okay, so if you can jump on it right now while the lead magnet, we'll call it the lead magnet gold rush, is happening on LinkedIn, which happened on Twitter a few years ago, right? Then you win. Okay, so watch my last video on how I'm booking 100 plus calls every single month using LinkedIn. Okay, and then we've got the combination of educated buyers, sophisticated targeting tools, and the ability to actually establish genuine authority makes LinkedIn not just a platform for high ticket sales, but a platform for sustainable and scalable B2B growth, week in, week out, month in, month out. Okay, now for founders ready to actually move beyond the limitations of traditional, boring, generic marketing and embrace a relationship-based approach to building their business and scaling their high-ticket offer, LinkedIn isn't just an option, it's the obvious choice, right? So LinkedIn is so important if you actually want to scale your high-ticket offer, especially in 2025. 2 years ago, I wouldn't have recommended LinkedIn probably. Right now, in the past year and a half, LinkedIn is arguably the best platform for building, launching, scaling, testing, anything to do with a mid, high, even a low ticket offer, right? Any offer that you're running, it's insanely valuable for, okay? So this is where my proposition comes to you. So if you are an agency owner, if you are a coach, if you are a consultant, or you're anybody that's running or wants to scale their B2B offer, right? Me and my team, we will guarantee, or we will get you 3 to 7 plus ready to buy clients weekly without any ads, without any complex or confusing funnels, or hiring a big over the top team, right? We will bring in 3 to 7 plus ready to buy clients every single week. Okay. Now, here's what we guarantee. So we build fully autonomous client acquisition systems, source, pre-vet, qualify, and book high intent leads directly onto your calendar, whilst ensuring they show up every single day. Every single one of our partners has got an 85+% show up rate, right? Without any dips or anything slipping through the cracks. Okay. We optimize for churn rate reduction. We have LTV maximization, as I mentioned, in the breakdown. LinkedIn is super good if you want to maximize your client lifetime value. All of our partners now, most of our partners came to us with 50 to 60% margins. We've helped multiple partners hit 65 to 85% profit margins. We get you 10 to 25 hyper-qualified leads per month, and obviously 3 to 7 plus booked in your calendar every single week. And then we always optimize for PRL leads. So they are payment-ready leads that actually want your offer and want to, actually want your service, and you can get them tangible results, okay? So if you are, again, an agency owner, coach, consultant, or anyone that runs a B2B offer and you want to launch it, scale it, test it, whatever it may be, book a call down below where we will do a completely free funnel audit for you and a completely free sales process audit for you and break down everything that you need, right? Or break down your entire funnel and show you where maybe some of the leads are slipping through the cracks, or you change this and you'll get this result, right? We will break down everything in your funnel for completely free at no cost. Or if you are a B2B founder and you want to add a new offer or a new system to your offer stack and you want to sell it to your prospects or your ICP, there is another link down below where you can book a call with me directly, and we will run through how our done-for-you white label service can actually benefit you and work for you. Okay, so that's basically everything that I wanted to run over in this video. If you are any of the people that I've mentioned, or anyone within an industry that offers a B2B service and you want to launch, scale, or systemize your approach in terms of offers and whatnot, book a call down below and we'll have a chat. But regardless, I really appreciate you watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.